Welcome back to Johnny's Garage, where we love things that don't work. Today, masking. So when you're masking, you want to cover what you don't want to get painted or polished or scuffed. And you got to take your time, man. Use the edge of the line. It's easier than holding a pencil. And just line it right up. See, maybe show you guys. Now I know this seems like simple stuff, but I've seen a lot of people not do it right. Well, best thing to do, dust it off. I already washed the truck, but it's been out here since last night. So line it up right at the edge. Just lay it down just like that. Just follow that edge all around, as close to it as possible. And then I use a thicker tape so it just flaps over. And then I'll use a thinner tape for thinner lines. Just depends on what you're doing. But a big thing, we used to save rolls of tape. If you're gonna save tape, keep them in the sun, keep them dry. They go bad really fast. Sun cooks the glue off of them and they just become impossible to work with. And you end up wasting way more time and energy than it would cost you to just have a fresh roll of tape that just unsticks nicely like this in a straight line. Because with that old tape, it comes off in chunks and you're just constantly fighting it to try to get a nice straight piece, and it just doesn't want to stick. It's just a pain in the frickin' ass. But hey, if you like a pain in the ass, live your life. So like I said, just following the edge, keep it consistent. I used to have a job at this construction company. My boss would always tell me, whatever you do, make sure it is good enough for a picture. He was an asshole, but he taught me a lot. And I've kind of carried that idea on to anything that I do. And honestly, it just requires a little bit of patience, but you end up saving a lot more time because the end results just come out better from you properly masking. Any paint job, any type of body work is just a super patience, any type of mechanical work, any car stuff. But it reflects in the paint, you know, just like it reflects in it not working right if you're building it or whatnot. Yeah, all that fucking old man mumbo jumbo. Get those. So this first time I laid it down, there's this edge that protrudes, so I just got a second piece and got it right on the edge there, and I'm just using my nail to guide it down and then flattening it out on the top a little bit so that make sure we get a good stick. It's a crappy piece, I'll just start a new one. You see I got right along the edge, stick it in there so that when I do come around with the buffing pad, it's not so easy to knock it off, because it's super annoying when you're working and your tape starts coming undone and it just messes up the whole flow. But that's masking. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to mask everything now before I start buffing so that I don't have to stop. That's the plan right now. So with the edge, you just curve along. I guess this would be a good thing to show too. Simple little techniques. I guess over here would be better, so you can see what the hell's going on. So when I run it along the edge, I am turning the tape at the same time, and creates those little lines, but then it gives you that, so you don't have to like get a little bunch of small pieces, and just little tips. Just like if you start doing it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Some people realize it really quickly on their own, some people don't. I used to like take little strips and try to make the edges, but then just a little practice, learn how to manipulate the tape pretty easily. Do all around the edges so I don't get near the glass. And all the chrome strip. Gotta hit the cab, the pillar. Ordered this off the internet. Pretty nice. I'll probably add the link in the description. Replacement third tail light. My truck originally had a camper on it, so somebody put this metal plate, and I took off the camper, and I was gonna put it back on, but the wind flipped it over and ruined it. So, need a new one. But, got this replacement light. 40 bucks online, pretty worth it. I was trying to find a parts truck, but just wasn't going well. People are not easy to deal with, unfortunately. I would have rather have gotten a used one that way, but old people on the internet suck. So we've reached the end of this cutting and buffing journey, and now I get to take off this wrapping like it's Christmas to see my hard efforts pay out. Nice and gently now. Tips: stay in the shade. Shade is good. Drink water. Be patient. Don't mess it up. All my tips. Johnny's Garage tip in you, for you.